Okay, so my student, in the last part we have seen the structure of this millipede. We have said that millipede contains a lot of segment within their bodies, and also we're going to see the structure of this millipede in the figure that is mentioned on the last slide that we have already seen, that is figure number 3.51. But also we have to know something about this millipede on the structure. Here, my students, we are saying that many of the segments contain special glands that secrete noxious chemicals to expel predators. So, this organism in their segment, they contain a special gland. Hii gland ndiyo ambayo inasecrete chemicals, inasecrete chemicals. Zile chemicals ndizo ambazo zinawasaidia hawa organism kuweza kuenda mbali au predators wao wasiweze kuwa destroy au kuwafanya organism dead. So tunasema kwamba is due to the special chemicals that is secreted within the segment in this organism. So also, my student, you can say that the first segment behind the head does not have legs. The first segment that is behind their legs does not have the legs. So, but the rest of the segment have the legs. Toward the end of some of the segment have no legs. Kwa hiyo sasa organism, the first segment ambayo inapatikana within their body inakuwa haina ile miguu, lakini sasa also on the last segment ambayo inapatikana within their body also does not contain legs. And also, my student, here we can say that the number of legless segments varies from one millipede to another. So some species of millipede have hairy or spine appendages protruding from their body. Kwa hii tunasema kwamba the number of legs pia inayoipatikana kwenye first segment or in the last segment inakuwa ina depend from one species of millipede to another species of millipede. Ndio maana tunasema ina vary. Lakini pia we have another kind of millipede that contain a hair or spine appendages, ambazo hizi spine appendages are protruding from their bodies. Kwa hizi zote zinatokea au his hairs and those spine, they are found within their body. But you have to remember, we have a lot of species that are coming from this class Diplopoda. So they vary. Even the number of legs, different kinds of content that is found within their body inakuwa inatofautiana kutoka species moja na species nyingine. Also, my students, we can say that its head is on one end of its body and is about the same diameter as the adjacent segment. So ukiangalia within their body tunasema kwamba its head inakuwa kule mwishoni kabisa kwenye their body and about the same diameter as the adjacent segment. Kwa inakuwa na same diameter. Ile diameter ya kwenye head na ile diameter of other segment or adjacent segment, yani ile inayofuata ile segment ya heads inakuwa na same diameter. And also the head has hair of the antenna that helps millipede to sense the environment or the surrounding environment. Kwa sasa the presence of antenna which is found within their body ndiyo ambayo inasaidia how organism to sense any kind of changes that is occurring within the environment. So kama watakuwa nearby their predators, watasense thereafter wanakuta yule jongoo anajikunja. Kwa sababu gani? Anakuwa na hii pair of antenna. Pia hiyo ndio ambayo inamsaidia to detect any kind of changes that is occurring within the environment, either the presence of light, the presence of dark. So this antenna will be responsible for to detecting all of the changes that is occurring within the environment. And also, my students, we can say that one pair of mouth parts, that is jaws, is on the front part of their head, and the eyes are fixed above its jaws. So most millipedes have simple eyes that provide basic vision, but not all types of species of millipede have the eyes. Kwa sasa how organism, as I have said, they vary from one species and another species. So even the content or the structure which are found between one species of millipede and the next one, they differ. Na ndio maana hapa tumesema kwamba one pair of mouth part ambayo inapatikana within their jaws ndiyo ambayo sasa inapatikana kwenye front part of their head, lakini these organisms also they have eyes. Lakini sasa zile eyes are protruding on the top of their antenna. Kule kwenye antenna kule juu kabisa ndipo ambapo unakutana na the presence of these simple eyes. But these simple eyes, my student, it is based, it is vary also between one species and another species. Other organisms which are millipede, they do not contain these simple eyes, but other species, they have these simple eyes. You know, the function of eyes is to detect the presence of light. So my student, as we have already seen now the structure, now I would like to take you through this picture so that we can have a clear picture of what are the millipede. So my student, I hope you are familiar with this picture. This one is the millipede. But this millipede, you can see the structure of this millipede. They have two pairs of antenna. This one are the two pairs of antenna, and this on the top of this antenna is where now the eyes, or the simple eyes of this millipede are found. And also we can see here we have this mouth part. Also the mouth part, within it there is jaws, ndio ambayo inasaidia how organism to taking in food. And also this body in general tunasema kwamba it is a body trunk. It is round, or it is a cylindrical body. And also now you can see the first segment of their body, it contains the head. Because the first segment of their body ndipo ambapo kuna head. Thereafter now you can see this column. This one after the head we have this structure inayofuata inaitwa the column. And now you can see in each segment, yani kwa mfano hapa kwenye hii segment moja kunakuwa na two pairs of legs. So that means that this organism, they contain a lot of legs within their body. And now you can see this one are the tegrates. Tegrate ndicho hichi kipingili kimoja cha hawa organism. And also they have this anal segment, is where now they can remove a fecal material or the stool. So this is the structure of the millipede. So after we have seen now the structure of the millipede, my student, now let's see the adaptation of the millipede to its mode of life. How this organism they can survive in a different kind of environment. So we are saying that the millipede have the following features that make them adapt to their environment. So how organism wanakuwa na different kinds of features that help them to colonize or to live within the environment. So what are those features now? Here we are saying that the first one we are saying they have many short and strong legs that enable them to burrow into the soil. Kwa the presence of the legs within their body ndio ambayo inawasaidia hawa organism burrowing, kuingia ndani zaidi ya soil. Unakuta wapo ndani ya soil kwa sababu gani? Wana his presence of many legs. So that will help this organism to live in the soil. And also apart from that, this organism, we can say that they produce special secretion which helps them to moisturize dead organic matter on the on which they feed upon. Kwa hiyo ina maana hawa organism pia kama pale wanahitaji kupata chakula, we have said that this organism they feed on dead organic matter. Kwa hiyo sasa they secrete a special chemical. Hiyo special chemical ndiyo ambayo itaenda kulainisha kile chakula so that it can be easy to swallow. So that is the characteristics, so that is adaptation of this organism to live within the environment. And also we can say that millipede tend to curl up into a tight flat coil for self-defense and protect their delicate legs inside an armored exoskeleton. How organism they have a tendency to curl up. What does that mean? Wana hile tendency ya kujikunja pale ambapo wata face with any predators or anything that can harm them. Ile inasaidia nini? Ile tendency ya kujikunja hawa jongoo tunasema kwamba inawasaidia for self defense. Pia ile kujikunja tunasema kwamba inawasaidia kuprotect their delicate leg, ile miguu isiweze ikaharibika kwa urahisi zaidi, so that the adaptation, so that they can live within the environment freely. And another, we can say that millipede produce an offensive odorous fluid ambayo tunaita respiratory fluid, which provoke this act as a defense against the predators. Pia hawa organism wanasema kwamba wana produce a special chemical au tunasema kwamba offensive odor fluid. Hii offensive odor fluid inakuwa na harufu, tunasema harufu inayopatikana kwa hawa jongoo. Ile harufu ndiyo ambayo inawasaidia hawa organism to detect, to protect themselves from their predators. Kwa hiyo sasa wakiproduce ile harufu, kama patakuwa na predators ata escape, atasema that is harmful au kuna kitu kimeoza, so ataondoka. So this organism, due to this, we can say that this is the adaptation that help this organism to live freely within the environment. So my students, we have already seen now the structure, the structure of this millipede, and also we have seen the adaptation that help this organism to colonize different kinds of food environment. So after we have seen all of those now, and this marks the end of our today's session, but I would like to welcome you again into the next session, and where now we are going to finalize looking on the subphylum ambayo tunaita Uniramia, is where now we are going to discuss the class C insecta. So by saying so, my student, thank you for following us Educare TZ, and bye bye, have a nice moment.